Hello, who are you and where are you from?
I'm Stephen Borne, and we're sitting in Rye, New Hampshire right now.
Fantastic. I understand you're involved civically in the area.
Yeah, so it's the Rye Civic League. I'm the president. I've been doing it for about a dozen years. And no matter where you live, how do you know what's going on in town? Select board, planning board, zoning. The newspapers don't cover it. So, what the job of the Civic League is, we put together a monthly email that summarizes what top 10 things happen in town, select board planning, small, digestible, then links to more information because we're all busy. And what we need to do is we need to help each other um, you know what's going on, to be educated and informed, and that's the mission of the Civic League. I wrote a book called Consuming Government. That's the premise that is all of us need to choose to spend more time to manage all the government we buy.
Wow, did not know that, and I'll have to learn more about that later. And so you're an author, and what else?
So I'm an engineer with an MBA. I work for a company just south of here doing high tech sales right now.
Wow, wow. Has climate changed at all since you were a kid?
I would definitely say so. I grew up in Massachusetts, been up in New Hampshire since '92, so over 30 years. And I went to school here too. I just don't think we have real winters anymore. So, yes, when you were smaller, the snow seemed to be higher, but we had a couple bad winters when I was a kid, but it just seems like there's less and less of a winter for the kids. Our boys, one's in college, the other one's in high school, but they just didn't get to do outdoor winter stuff anymore because the ponds don't freeze that much. There's no snow on the ground. And it's when it's winter up here, you want it to be winter. You want to be able to do the winter things. And we're able to do less and less of that. It's hard to go cross country skiing. There's just not enough ground cover. A friend of mine had a golf course up here before I got married. I was always cross country skiing there. Now he doesn't even bother with it anymore because there's not enough snow for it to make sense to do it.
And also, I pulled to the side. There's a little story behind this. I pulled to the side of the road when I was riding, and I saw a sign there saying something about climate. What was that? What does the sign say?
No, well, climate action now. Our oldest is a freshman up in Bowdoin, up in Maine. You probably rode by there on your way down. And you listen to the youth, and if you ever hear "Okay, Boomer," I think the kids are like, you know, are we're polarized. Our government doesn't work, and we're destroying the world. And you call yourself the greatest generation or the people, baby boomers, whatever, and you're telling us what to do. You've made a mess of everything. And so the younger generation is like, we need to do something. And our older son and our younger one, they take it very seriously. When the presidential candidates came through, our son was probably only a junior in high school then. He was drilling the candidates on what are they going to do because none of them had plans and actions to do things fast enough. And they both debate. And so you don't argue with, with our boys. I mean, they do their research, they know the homework more than some of the candidates or politicians. And we're just not doing enough fast enough.
Well, that leads into the next question. How does it affect you? I guess you've already said how it affects you personally. How do you think it's going to affect you going forward? And do you think there's anything we can do about it, either as
Well,
individuals, as government? You wrote a book about that.
well, I think everybody needs to be doing, something. One person, we're like ants. One little ant doesn't do much, but if we all start doing something, we can do phenomenal things. You walk around this house, you're not going to see any of the old light bulbs. You're going to see all LED, compact fluorescence. You walk into the bathroom, you turn on the light, you're only going to see one bulb come up. Why? We over illuminate everything. Um, you turn off the lights and walk around this house, you're not going to see a lot of things glowing. I've got everything on switches. We shut off the internet at night. Dark power, I think, consumes like 10% of our energy. If we want to be energy inefficient, more energy independent, reduce our cost or have a higher percentage of renewable energy, the best thing we can do is consume less energy. All right. And that's something all of us should be doing all the time. We bought this house, we did a ton of work around insulating, storm windows, doing that, put in a wood stove. We do it. And we live on the coast. We see it now. Um, the king tides, the tides getting higher, faster erosion. We hiked Kilimanjaro for our honeymoon. The guides telling us they're seeing less and less glaciers. We were just up in Alaska 2 summers ago with the boys, and the amount the glaciers are melting and going away, it's phenomenal. They used to have little signs at the Harding ice field. This is where it was in 1932 and 33. The signs were like really close. Now they're huge apart because so much of the glacier the last 20 years is pulling back. Denali State Park is closed because the permafrost is melted and the road is slid. Yeah, it's happening. So yes, it's impacting us. It's happening things, and we're just not doing enough fast enough.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most concerned, how concerned are you?
I'm very, we're very concerned. Like I said, we've got kids, their future, what's going to happen. Always lived on the coast. The coast is going to change. We just need to be sucking down less energy, be more conscious about it, drive harder to get off fossil fuels, be more energy efficient. And it should, we should pride ourselves on it. We should set goals as a community, as a country, and strive to achieve them.
You think it will work? I think, I guess that's a big question out there. Do you think we can change, reverse?
So I will tell you, if we sit there and wait for our politicians to lead us to change, it ain't going to happen. All right. We need to be responsibility. The people need to be responsibility. Our political system there's too much money. The polarization is too bad. They care more about getting stopping the other side than doing what's right for the country. Not, the politicians are career politicians. They may mean well, but the system is broken, and the people need to step up if we want our country to function better and really address our problems.
Well, thank you very much on this 11/11 in Rye, New Hampshire. Thank you very much.
Okay, take care, everyone.